Hello everyone, how are you? Welcome back to my channel. I am Erin. This is Energy with Erin. And in today's video, we are going to be going over the free distant healing and psychic reading for the month of June. I hope you guys are ready to get into it. There is a whole lot that's been happening, even though this month is like pretty calm and smooth going. Stuff is starting to come up, just like I predicted earlier this month. So I hope you guys are ready to get into this. Just so you know, I have an extensive background in all different kinds of modes of energy healing. I'm also a Reiki master teacher, so what this healing entails is a combination of a lot of things. So there's prayer that's going on for protection. There is pendulum work going on. I'm working on your auric field. I'm working on all your chakras and balancing them. I use crystals to help assist in the healing. There's just a whole bunch of stuff that I do. I also use all three signs in Reiki. So Chokure, which is physical healing and protection, Seiheki, which is more emotional healing, and Daikomyo, which is more spiritual healing. And I will say before we get into this, you guys really needed Chokure, which is the physical healing. You guys were pretty receptive to the emotional and spiritual healing. It was definitely more the physical that you needed. Also, your lower chakras were really not good. Your upper chakras are great, but your lower chakras are not that great. But we were able to balance it by the end of it. So, before we get into it, I just want to let you know that the Schumann resonance spiked on the 10th. By the time this comes out, will be the 13th on Saturday, so that would have been Wednesday. We got hit with a couple CMEs over the last week, and that affects Mother Earth and how she reacts. So basically, the Schumann resonance, if you want to look at it, it's kind of like the Earth's heartbeat. And that's usually at 7.8 hertz, and it dipped down to 3.8 hertz. Personally, I didn't even know Earth could do that. So it dipped down to 3.8, and then it spiked up to 30, and then it blacked out, and then eventually it went back down, back to 7.8. So think about what happened to you guys on Wednesday. I know for me, I passed out of nowhere. I don't remember falling asleep. I passed out for hours at a time, and when I woke up, I was like, what the heck happened? And I know that the last time that happened to me, there was something going on with the Schumann resonance as well. So think about what happened that day. A lot of people were fried, dizzy, tired, exhausted, anxious, wired. One of my old energy teachers would call it twired, where you're tired but you're wired at the same time. So you either were sleeping a lot or you were very tired but you couldn't sleep. So that's just our body adjusting to the energies. There's a lot of energies going on. There's a lot of upgrades going on. We're going to get into that, into the reading and the healing as well. So let's see. The music that I used for you guys today was called CPTSD Relief. So that's complex post-traumatic stress syndrome disorder. It's kind of new in the field of psychology. So PTSD, if you want to look at it, they classify PTSD as like one major event happening, whereas CPTSD is like many traumatic events happening throughout your life. So that was at 417 hertz. It said it's used for an EMDR therapy, and there was also bilateral stimulation, which has to do with the hemispheres in your brain. It was also having to do with the nervous system reset and calm and peace. And I was like, okay, I think we all need that right now with everything that just happened. So if you guys are more interested in reading up on the vibrational frequencies and stuff, go check out Inner Lotus Music on YouTube. Pierre over there has great stuff. I listen to his stuff all the time. I sleep to it. It's good stuff. Okay, so getting into the reading, the healing, sorry, your auric field. I go over your auric field at first. You guys had big cannonball sized holes in your auric field. And if you don't know what your auric field is, it's your electromagnetic field. We are electromagnetic beings. It is basically like your personal bubble, your energetic bubble. It's your protection system. So you had big cannonball sized holes in your auric field, also littered with little holes around the big holes. And then in your back, you guys, you had lots and lots of really thick black tendrils. I'm assuming those are cords in your back. And that to me, Like, I literally was like, ew, that's gross. That's fucking weird. What the fuck is this? Like, I felt really grossed out by it. So I'm sure you guys are grossed out by it. I feel like a lot of you don't know that it's happening though. So these black tendrils or cords I was getting was that it's from control from others. Someone is controlling you in some way, shape, or form, whether you are conscious of it or not. But that's what's going on. So you guys gotta, I cut the cords for you guys during the healing, but I make sure to state like only the cords that you on a soul level are ready to disconnect. Because I can cut cords all day long, but if you're not ready to cut the cord, you're just gonna reconnect it again. So I try to make sure it's stuff that you guys are ready to let go of. So you guys might want to do some cord cutting, get those people out of your life, maybe set up some boundaries. There's something going on there that you guys got to be careful of. But we got rid of a lot of the cords. It didn't feel as gross after, and I sealed you guys up. You guys were good. So, starting with the chakra system, we're going to start at the very bottom. We're going to start with the Earth Star chakra. The Earth Star chakra is about 12 to 18 inches below your feet, and it's the ultimate anchor point into Mother Earth. So this was stopped. Literally every chakra was stopped except for the top two, which is like strange, but not really strange because there's a lot of energy coming in. So the top ones were open, but you guys are having a really hard time grounding the energy into your body. So with the Earth Star chakra, just so you guys know, when I do healings, I automatic write. So I will be reading my notes from when I was automatic writing during the healing. So in the Earth Star chakra, I picked up that there was deep wounding and healing going on, and you guys needed to do some deep grounding. And it said like a well, like how deep a well is, like 25, 30, 40, 50 feet, like however deep a well is, that's how deep you have to ground right now because of all these high vibe energies coming in. And when I heard deep wounding and healing, I literally heard animal noises, like primal screaming animal noises. So something happened to you guys where you felt so wounded that like you're like a screaming, crying animal. I'm sorry about that, but like it's gonna be okay. Like let it out. It needs to get out. I wrote down that you guys were borrowing and hiding away from the world. You're retreating to recharge, and that is okay. That is totally okay to do at this time, especially if you go back and look at my June reading. June is all about very introspective month, very spiritual, going within and doing the deep inner work. You're going to want to be social, but you're also going to want to like hide. So retreat to recharge. I felt that you guys needed to be held and cradled. You need safety and security at this time. And for some reason, it was coming up like a man, like some sort of masculine energy is going to be able to give you that. But they said you are doing a good job grounding, but you need to be better with it. Now, whether that means you need to do it more frequently or maybe more deeply, I'm not sure. That is something for you to decide for yourself. It said blasted with energy, you need to stabilize like a tree, vision of trees. Okay, so yeah, we're getting blasted with energy right now, lots of high vibe energy. You need to stabilize it because remember, like a tree, you don't want to topple over. And that's what's going to happen if you guys don't ground this energy. And the vision of the tree. So I saw these trees. Remember back in maybe like the 40s or 50s in Russia, they did this experiment where like they blew up like maybe an atomic bomb or something. They blew up something. And there's this old black and white video of like these trees being blasted with this bomb, and like the tree were standing and then the next second the tree's like down. I saw that vision. So that is telling me these energies coming in are blasting you and you're just exhausted and you need to ground, okay? Yeah, they said ground so you don't topple or fall over. Lean on a man or masculine energy that you love and trust. That's going to help give you that safety and security. A strong foundation is needed at this time. Whatever just popped up into your mind is what that foundation means for you. And they said in all caps, all is as it should be. Have faith in that. Do not be afraid of the changes coming up. July is going to be a very tumultuous month and we're starting to gear up with it. I'm starting to see some signs. I'm starting to see it in readings. It's okay. It is okay. Right now you need to go within, ground, do the work so that when that time comes, you're not like toppling over like a tree and be like, "Oh my God, I can't handle this." They also wanted to let you guys know that your emotional wounds that you have right now, or things that are being dredged up from the past, this is nothing that you can't get past. It's going to feel like you want to have like a panic attack, like it's very overwhelming, but you are going to be okay. But that's why they want you to ground. They want you to ground so that you're stable, so that when these emotional things come up, you're not getting swept away with the emotions. All right, so for the Earth Star chakra, I always, always, always use lodestone. It is perfect for your electromagnetic field. It's made with iron. This is a magnetic crystal. If I had a paper clip, it would stick to this. This is really, really good for your auric field. It is the ultimate grounding stone. It's made of iron. It's magnetic, like I said, and it attracts all kinds of luck and manifestations, okay? This is really good stuff. All right, so moving on to the root chakra, that was also stopped as well. They said stabilization, exclamation point. They said wonky wave patterns, that it's the energy coming in. It's very high vibe. It's very wonky. It's the way it's hitting us is kind of like going all over in our body, kind of like a pinball going back and forth. That's kind of what's happening right now. You're not sure exactly how to stabilize the energy, which is why you feel tired, drained, or weird right now. Because this energy is literally bouncing around your body and you're like, oh, what do I do? And it's just exhausting you. You are trying to find the energy is trying to find a safe home in your body where it can be used productively, okay? And they want you to ground harder in order to do this. They said follow the instructions that you receive from spirit during meditation. They also said at this time you literally need to get your ass to the ground. Put your butthole on the ground and meditate. That is going to be the easiest and best way to kind of get this energy out and drain it from your system, because it's too much for some of you guys. They want you to get in the sunlight and do some sort of water therapy. Obviously stay hydrated, but like either be near water, listen to running water, look at running water, something like that. Whatever speaks to you, do that. Go swimming, whatever. They want you guys to give back to Mother Earth at this time. They said the summer solstice would be a really, really good time for this. The summer solstice is the 21st. So not this coming Sunday, but the following Sunday. This is also a really good time to see fairies because they're celebrating. It's Midsummer Night's Eve. If you are into that, you need to do a gift exchange with the fairy. So they really like honey or cakes, something sweet like that. And they will give you a gift in exchange. So that gift could be asking to see them. And just saying, hey, I just want to observe you. I don't want to mess with you. I don't want to talk to you. Like, I just want to observe. Or maybe they'll even be leaving you trinkets or something. Like, something like that is going to happen. They also said read a good book. There's going to be a message in it for you. So a lot of people call it like book angels or library angels, and like a book just falls off a shelf and it's that book is meant for you, that sort of thing. There's going to be a message in there for you. Take it and run with it. And they said ground in acceptance, whatever that means to you. Acceptance of the situation you're going through, acceptance of yourself, acceptance of life lessons you're going through, whatever it is, that's going to be very important to you at this time. And the stone that I used for you guys was hematite. I made a grid of hematite. Hematite is next to lodestone, is probably one of the best stones for grounding. These are polished. If you were to scratch away, do I have a good piece? It would be rusted because it's made of iron. And hematite is really, really good for grounding and protection. It anchors in scattered energy, which is what's going on in your body right now, the ping pong thing. It absorbs negativity and it restores emotional balance. And I feel like a lot of you guys are out of balance right now. So very good stuff for you guys. All right, so that was the root chakra. Next, we are moving on to our sacral chakra, okay? Our sacral chakra. They were saying, you know that quote, it's like, more passion, more energy, more passion, more energy. That's what was coming up. They're like, you guys need more passion and energy. But you're too pooped or drained to do the thing that you need to do. They said at this time you need to rest, you need to sleep, you need to eat well, you need to get inspired, you need to write, and then act. write and then act. So whether that's like writing out your manifestations and then taking some action steps, they said act when you're feeling more yourself. Don't push yourself if you're not ready yet. There are big upgrades coming, and they said there's going to be a big creative flow coming. It's literally like the dam is breaking and all this energy is coming your way. Like, so they're like, get ready. Live courageously, put your quote unquote art out there, whatever that art is to you. It may not be physical art, it may be a service or something like that. Put your art out there for the world to see and take part in, okay? The world wants to see what you have and they want to take part in what you have to give. Get creative juices flowing. If this is hard to do, they said get into water or do some water therapy. Remember, our sacral chakra is the water chakra. They said shine bright like a diamond, that Rihanna song. You are worthy and your creations are worthy. And they said if there's any sex blockages coming at this time, you need to loosen up, you need to shake it up, stop being so uptight about it, like explore your body, have fun, okay? And whether that's with a partner or by yourself. And they said all this emotional energy happening at this time just needs time to settle into your body, which is why you need to ground. And for the sacral chakra, I used a tiger's eye grid with a tiger's eye point in the middle. Really, really great stone. This is a really good stone for courage, protection, mental clarity. This is like combining the fiery sun energy with grounding stability energy of earth, which helps bring about more emotional balance. It boosts your self-confidence and it dispels all kinds of fear. So if you guys have a hard time moving and getting going, tiger's eye is really good. It's really good for courage. All right, let's see. Next, we're moving on to the solar plexus chakra. They said, get to work, bitch. Busy, busy, busy. Be a boss ass bitch. And I'm not just saying this, I'm reading what they told me. They see you guys running to and fro. You need time to unwind and relax at the end of the day. There's way too much going on right now. You need to use some self-care time however you see fit. Even if you only have 20 minutes at the end of the day, do something. Do a face mask. Do a foot massage, like you do something for yourself. You really need it to recharge your battery. They're saying shine unapologetically. Some of you guys have some haters. Oh my good Lord. They said let them drink that haterade. You do you, boo. Let them watch you shine, okay? Haters are your biggest fans, whether they realize it or not. They're living in your head rent free, and they're like, LOL, poor them. So funny, you guys. So pay little attention to them at this time. It's a distraction. Look at them as trolls. They're trolling you. They're trying to distract you from your purpose and trying to put you off your path. Because remember, just as the light, look at life as a chessboard. There's light and dark players. When light makes a move, dark tries to counteract that. Sometimes that is the form that they counteract you, right? You're trying to put your stuff out there and shine your light, and they're like, no, we're going to hate on you, and it's going to make you doubt yourself. Don't let that happen. Put your energy to good use. You're confident but unsure or shy, and that to me says that you're starting to step out of your comfort zone, and it feels very awkward and weird, and you don't want to do it, and you feel like you're crawling out of your skin. It's okay. Just settle into it, okay? Just lean into it. It's okay. They said just do it anyways, push through it. It'll be good for you in more ways than one. Strike up that conversation, go to that new place. Just go do something new, okay? The thing that you're afraid to do, go do it. To go where you would, dare to go where you would never have gone before is what they said. There was a timeline shift earlier this week. I don't know if anyone felt it, and I really do believe it happened when that Schumann resonance dropped. We're in a new timeline, baby. Let's go. They're like, it's a really, really good timeline. We are in the best timeline right now, so it's good stuff. I know it looks like everything's falling apart right now, but the good stuff is coming, you guys. They said all this nervous energy that you're feeling, it's the new upgrades coming into your body, your vibes are rising, so you feel nervous. It's not nervousness, it's rising, so you're raising the energy, so you're just feeling weird. You're upgrading, basically, in a way. And for your solar plexus, I used a pyrite cube. Cubes are really, really good stabilizing energies. Pyrite is really, really good for the solar plexus, you guys. This is all about manifestation, abundance, protection. It boosts your personal power and confidence, and it shields your aura from negativity. Now, this was the only chakra where when I check your chakras halfway through the session to see if it needs any other crystals or any bolstering, this was the only one that needed a little bit of help. So I added some rutile and quartz. Ooh, can you see all those needles? Really, really good, you guys. So rutile and quartz, this enhances your spiritual growth, which is what's happening right now. Mental clarity, and it amplifies your intentions. So these two together were like, look at two golden things together. Very, very good. Very good stuff, you guys. And then once I added the rutile and quartz, your chakra was great. Okay. Moving on to your heart chakra, you guys. Okay. Let the light in to heal, okay? Ask during sleep. Okay. So this is telling me, yes, that's what they were telling me. Thank you. They were saying if you guys are having a really hard time healing yourself during the day, you need to ask for help while you sleep. So before you go to sleep, set out the intention, ask your guides, be like, please bring me to a healing area on the other side. Now, it could be on an astral realm, it could be in heaven, whatever. There are healing houses in heaven and stuff. There's like crystal healing places. So ask to go there. They will bring you to the right place. And if you're lucky enough, you'll remember it. It'll be really cool. So I also saw some slight heartache with kids. And for some people, it's going to be very different. Like for some of you, your kids are growing up and like you're becoming an empty nester. For some of you, they're just becoming teenagers and they don't want to hang out with you anymore. It's not cool to hang out with mom and dad, right? So, you're kind of grieving that. It could also be like summer's here, but they're busy, they're out of the house, or they're home all the time and you got to take care of them. Or, maybe your kids are going off to college or moving away, something like that. I also saw that there could also be slight heartache instead of kids with a lover instead. And what they told me, they were like, let them go. You're better off without them. This is part of the growing pains of your new life. Everything is going to be okay. Whatever's falling away at this time is meant to fall away. Even if it feels like your heart is breaking apart and everything just sucks, it's going to be okay. All right. So if this slight or heartache isn't with your kids or with a lover, it's going to be about a loved one that recently passed. Okay. And this loved one has been trying to send you messages, but they're telling me that you're grieving too hard. And when you grieve too hard, remember, we're emotional beings, and whether we realize it or not, we're very powerful. So when you're grieving, you're putting out this blast of energy that's blocking your loved one from coming into your field and helping to give you messages. So you got to kind of tamper down the grief somehow. Sometimes that just takes time, and that's okay. But they said try to get into a really good deep dream state. And in order to do that, you need to get plenty of sleep. So like 6 to 8 hours. You need to ask for a dream visitation from them, because if they can't get through to you in your waking hours, it's easier for them to get through while you're sleeping. So when you're ready, when you feel ready, ask for a dream visitation from them. Okay, but you have to make sure you're getting into that deep sleep, that REM sleep where you can dream. And if you're lucky enough, you will remember. If it's a real dream visitation, you will absolutely remember it. Okay, and it wasn't a dream. You were actually visiting them on an astral plane. Okay. Okay, so they said at this time, if your kids are out of the house or your lover's gone or whatever, and you're sad or whatever, they're like, no, enjoy this alone time. Okay, this is the time to reflect. Go within, look for the answers. The answers in the medicine all lie within you. Some of you would really benefit from doing a shamanic journeying. Now, whether that's you going and seeing an actual shaman or just watching some shamanic journey meditations on YouTube, that would be really good for you at this time. Or if that doesn't sound appealing to you, sound healing. If that sounds appealing to you. Now, whether that's doing it at home, if you have some singing bowls yourself, or actually signing up and going to a sound bath, that would be really good for some of you guys. And they want you guys to know, they want you to find the spiritual lesson in the heartbreak that you're going through right now. That's going to help you to look at it from a different perspective. And instead of being all emotional about it, just be like, oh, okay, yeah, that's what that person taught me. Okay. They said this heartbreak that you're going through is nothing that you can't handle. It was time for it to go, whether it's a person or a situation. They said, please let it fall away gracefully. Don't embarrass yourself by begging for them to come back or holding on too tight. Endings or goodbyes are okay. It's a part of life. Every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end. Sometimes things have to end for new things to begin, right? So for your heart chakra, we used Unakite. This was one that was like, hey, I want to work with you today. Green and orange Unakite. Very good for growth. It's very good for mother stuff, like mother-children stuff, if you're going through that. So Unakite. Unakite is all about vision. It brings emotional balance. It's about rebirth. You're going through a rebirth at this time. Nurturing, it's releasing. This could be about mother issues, whether you're mother or dealing with issues as a mother yourself. Past traumas, it opens your heart to new growth and opportunities. Okay, so even though things are falling away, this is going to help you bring in some good stuff. So this is a really, really good nurturing stone, especially if you're going through some grieving things with children. This is really good, especially if you had a miscarriage or something. I always recommend mothers use this. All right, let's see. All right, moving on to your throat chakra. They said speak even though your voice shakes. This is really, really good for you. And literally when I went over your chakra, I felt the voice shaking. But you're getting it out there, which is like so hard to do. So they're proud of you. They literally said big claps, round of applause. Seriously, give yourself a pat on the back. I know it's so scary to speak up, but good for you. Keep doing it. The more you do it, the easier it's going to be over time. It's not going to be as rough or as choppy. They said keep pushing through the obstacles in your path. The more you use your throat or open it up, the easier and more natural it will become. I just said that. Believe it or not, your voice will be used to lead. And they had me do like a emoji, like, oh my god, really? Me? No freaking way. And they said, shocking, I know. You never thought it would be you, right? They said you are finally ready for the next step in this journey. You can do this. Like from the Adam Sandler movies, you can do it. That guy, right? They said, don't back down, stand your ground. Be firm. Logic, not emotion, will win this battle. You need calculated communication, know when to be silent and when to speak up. And listen to your guides. If you're clairaudient, they will tell you. They'll be like, zip the lip, shut the fuck up, listen, don't speak right now. Okay? Use your voice to... I feel like some of you, they're going to tap on your shoulder. If you're not clairaudient, they're going to be like, and that's your sign to zip the lip. Use your voice to stand up for yourself and for others. Okay? Advocate for others. It will be needed, okay? And this could be in your family life, your personal life, your professional life, wide scale, just life stuff. It's going to be happening all over the place. It's basically they're giving you opportunities to level up with your throat, okay? They said keep up the good work, keep on keeping on, and they said don't get emotional, stay factual, okay? Try to act like a man in the conversation. Don't act like a woman who's all hysterical and emotional. Okay, try to just zen, calm, be like that. Let's see, your throat chakra, we use Troll Light, which I don't work with this crystal a lot, but this crystal definitely wanted to come out. Perfect color for your throat chakra. So Troll Light is all about ascension, which is what's happening right now. Your spiritual awakening, a new stage in your spiritual awakening, or higher consciousness. This acts as a bridge between the physical and spiritual worlds. This is really good for deep meditation, and it enhances your intuition, and it helps you connect to your guides. So if you're interested, Troll Light, not a very common crystal, not very expensive, very easily carvable. So you can find them in all different shapes. This doesn't grow naturally. This is cut like this. So Troll Light. All right, moving on to our third eye. Our third eye was recently blasted with energy. New gifts and talents are going to be coming online, okay? Definitely by the end of the summer. This was kind of the start of it, the kickstart. Remember, whenever we upgrade, our bodies are the last ones. That's why I think you guys needed more chakra physical energy, because the emotional, spiritual aspects of your upgrade are doing fine. It's the physical grounding into the body that's the issue right now. They said take it slow with these new gifts coming online, okay? Don't overwhelm yourself. They said groups or friends are going to help. So whether that's finding new groups or new friends, or friends that are maybe more advanced than you and can help you out with this, stuff like that. So your clairvoyants are going to be popping on. You're going to be having prophetic dreams or visions, seeing things out of the corner of your eye, maybe like some light things, or when you close your eyes and meditate, you start seeing things like blobs or faces or geometric shapes, stuff like that. Stuff out of the corner of your eye. Educate yourself if need be. Okay, do not be scared. It's okay. Just educate yourself so you're not afraid. Do not spiral. Your gifts would not have been turned on if you weren't ready for it. They said, buckle up. There's some fast moving energies coming our way. They want you to use your powers or spiritual gifts for good and use it wisely. They said, do not do drive-by readings, which is like when you're in a public space and spirit is like, hey, go give them a sign right now, or go tell them something. Don't do that. I mean, you have the free will choice to do that, but you're going to get bit. You are going to get bit. Don't do it. It's just better not to do that. You need to wait for the invitation, okay? They said check your ego at the door. Just because you have these gifts doesn't mean you need to show it off. And then they said clear. Why did they say clear? Maybe you're seeing things more clearly. I don't know. I just wrote clear in large letters. And then they said ground whatever info you're receiving into reality. So whatever visions you're getting, you need to make sure you're grounding and meditating and, releasing that extra energy out through your feet. So what we use for the third eye, what we use? Purpurite, another kind of, not rare stone, but not a very popular one. Very pretty though. Very pretty. It kind of has like some sort of flash to it. And these are rough. Oh, yeah, there we go. Ooh, pretty. This kind of heart-shaped, too. Very cool. So, purpurite. Purpurite is about spiritual freedom, enlightenment, and awakening. It represents the violet ray of purification and transformation. The violet ray does look like this purple. This activates higher consciousness. It enhances your psychic abilities, which, if it's getting turned on, this is going to help. And it shields your aura from negativity. So, purpurite. I believe this isn't very expensive either. So if any of these pieces call to you, it's probably what you need at this time. All right, let's see. So I will say all the chakras below the third eye. So your earth star, your root, your sacral, your solar, your heart, and your throat, those chakras were all completely stopped. They were not moving. Your third eye, not your throat. Your third eye was a little under, okay? And then the next two chakras we're going to get to, so your crown and your soul star, those were totally open and okay. That's because all the energy is coming from up there. All right, so moving on to our crown chakra. So they said the connection at this time is very, very strong with your guides, angels, loved ones, whatever. They're very close around you right now. Everything is open. That's why it is important to ground all this high energies. They said fly high, but ground harder. Everyone wants us to be open, or, everyone wants to be open and have our abilities, but you need to learn how to ground first. You need to get to that foundation. Have a strong foundation. Yeah, your loved ones are reaching out with signs. Are you paying attention to them? And it's going to be little signs. They're around you right now. They're protecting you. They're giving you guidance. They want you to speak out loud to them, because when you do that, they appear next to you and they hear everything you say. Or even if you don't want to speak out loud, if you do it in your head, they can hear you. They said they're sending you very small signs, so like insects, song lyrics, words or phrases, stuff like that. Pay attention to it. The more you pay attention, the more they'll start doing it. And they said they are surrounding you in a happy, loving cocoon at this time. So I hope you guys can feel that. For your crown chakra, we used clear quartz, and I grabbed the clearest quartz I had. This was clear when I first bought it. I used it a little bit, and look, it's already changing. Crystals are alive, you guys, whether you realize it or not. This one's a little better. This one's very clear, and there's some rutile in it as well. Ooh, and there's even some rainbows. So clear quartz is the master healer. It is the ultimate clarity, purity, divine light, represents spiritual awakening. It clears any mental blocks that you may have. It amplifies your intentions and manifestations, and it cleanses your aura of negativity. So that's what you use for your crown. Very nice. Very nice. Moving on to our last chakra, the soul star, which is above our head, and that's literally like our connection to heaven, source, whatever. They're like, it's about to go down. And that song, it's going down for real. Yeah. But they were like, be excited. It's happening soon. Soon in all caps and underlined. They said background work. Yeah. So last month I saw a vision of them like grabbing the popcorn and they were rushing around. It was very much like before a stage play happens, where the back of the house is getting the play ready. Right now they're doing the quiet background work, like where everyone's quiet and the curtain is about to open kind of energy. And they said, if you squint hard enough, you will see it. You will see the signs. And I've been seeing signs left and right, just in popular culture, the news, even though I don't watch the news, just from what I hear from the news. And I've just been seeing signs in my personal life and when I do readings for you guys. So if you look hard enough, you will see the signs and you will see what's happening or what's coming. They said they want you to be prepared in more ways than one. They said, be like a Girl Scout or Boy Scout. Be prepared physically, be prepared emotionally, psychologically, and spiritually. Whatever that means to you is what you need to do, okay? Maybe for some of you it's all of those things. Maybe for some of you it's just a few of those things. They said they are about to let the events unfold. This has been a long time coming. They said the white hats. Now the white hats, if you want to look at like the cabal or the dark shadow government, the opposite of that is called the white hats, and it's the good guys. And they're kind of like double agents. Like, they sneak them into positions of power so they can change the tide, okay? They said the white hats are working overtime right now. They want you to help in any way you can. And in order to do that, you need to raise your vibration. So what's an easy way to raise your vibration? Be happy. A really quick way to raise your vibration is singing or humming, dancing, being happy, I already said that. Spreading love and kindness, being patient, being your authentic self. They said pray, ground, meditate, doing earth work, like sending energy back to Mother Earth. And they said to invite Christ consciousness into your awareness. Now, when everyone says Christ is coming back, the return of Christ, now that's not, I don't really take that as he's actually coming back physically. It's what he embodied is coming back into us. Now, I should do a video on that because I kind of had an experience with this a couple months ago. And I think I'm ready to talk about it. I think it's time. So I will make a video on that soon. But invite Christ consciousness into your awareness, okay? Whether you're a Christian or not, that's not what that's about. It's about basically just being a good person and helping out your brothers and sisters here on earth. They said, don't worry, you will be fine and you will prevail. With whatever shitstorm is coming in July, you're going to be okay. It is going to be okay. Just do those things. Keep your vibes high and you're going to be totally fine. And make sure you're physically okay. Make sure you have food. Make sure you have water, batteries, like whatever you're going to need in case something were to happen, okay? I don't see it being a long-term thing. I see it being a very short-term thing, but it's kind of like a test. But we shall see what happens. I'll get into that more in other readings coming up. Okay, so, and then I always use Lemurian quartz for your soul star chakra, you guys. Lemurian quartz is all about energetic codes of ancient wisdom coming in and being channeled into your body. This is really good for deep inner work or meditation and higher states of consciousness, which is what's happening right now, right? This is why all this energy is coming in, because the energy is raising. So that was it. That's all I had for the healing for you guys. So now we're going to be moving on to the healing. These energies have me so messed up, you guys. That was the end of the healing. Now we're getting into the reading. Speak correctly. Jeez Louise. How are you guys feeling? How is this energy treating you? Okay. We're going to start with the tarot card. And you guys got the 10 of Spears, which is the 10 of Swords. Okay. This is a mermaid tarot deck that I bought for the summer. So I'm like, okay, well, in New England, we only have like 3 months of summer. So I'm going to use it the next couple months. So we have the 10 of Spheres in the minor arcana. The 10 is the last number before you get to the court cards. The spears or swords in the regular tarot is all about our mental mind, communication. Now remember, with a sword is a tool. A sword can be used for good. A sword can be used for bad. Okay. Sometimes swords are double-edged. You can use those swords, your communication, to help heal and build, or people could use that to help tear down people. And that's kind of what's happening in this card right now. This poor mermaid is beached and covered in spheres. It looks like she got, kidnapped and taken by the humans, right? So the spheres, the swords. This card, sadly, is all about betrayal and backstabbing, ruin or failure, exhaustion, especially exhaustion for you guys, or you're reaching dead ends, you're in a victim mode, or there's a major disaster that has happened in your life and it's unavoidable. You can't really do anything about it. This card is a reminder that you can't control everything, but it also wants to remind you of the death card, right? Like, everyone looks at the death card as, oh my God, it's so bad, like big changes. But it's like, sometimes things need to change so that better things can come your way. But right now it feels like your world is ending. But just have faith and know that things are going to be better. What you are doing or clinging to is not working. So it's time to let it go. And we just talked about that in the healing, but it's time to let it go, as painful as that can be. They want you to have a no poor me attitude. Don't do the victim thing. Okay. Remember, endings are new beginnings. They said, let go of what you lost so you can focus on the new path going forward. Okay. If this is happening in your love life, this is going to signify breakups or separation, sadness, grief, pain. Possibly you just found out you're being cheated on. If this is happening at work, it could be you're losing your job, or there's terrible office politics going on. You could be having a breakdown from the stress, or you're being burned out. And if this is happening in your financial life, this could be financial loss or failed investments. The affirmation for this card is, when I accept an ending, I also release myself from its power. So whatever's ending at this time had a lot of power over you, and not in a good way. So it's okay to let it go. All right. It's not the end of the world. It's just the end of this chapter. Okay. So I'm sorry that card came up for you guys, but it is okay. It is going to be all right. I believe in you. They believe in you. It's going to be good. You're going to be all right. So next, for the Threads of Fate Oracle card, we have the Warrior. I have never seen this card. This is very much Aries energy with the ram and the sword. And once again, sword is coming up again. So this is telling me about your throat. Okay? Know when to stop, know when to go. Know when to wield the sword to cut, and know when to wield the sword to help. Okay? So the Warrior. Pulling the Warrior card indicates a need for strong fire energy and internal power, which is perfect for this time of year with the summer solstice coming up. The Warrior is a call to action as opposed to just a state of mind. Okay, it's time to act. It asks you to examine not just oppressive people in your life, but also the larger systems within the world. Light workers, we are all being turned on for what's about to happen this coming months, okay? This is what this is speaking about. Yeah. the largest systems in the world and then get to work. The warrior is not about complacency. In identifying where you need to stand up more, you may make those around you feel uncomfortable and defensive, but you must continue forward. Remember, growth happens when you're uncomfortable. People will tell you to stop growing because you're making them uncomfortable. That's a them problem, okay? The warrior can have a cutting message. It is saying, I see what you're doing, but what else can you do? Warrior sacrifices parts of themselves for humanity at large. The balanced warrior fights to create positive change, but may go about it in questionable ways. They are strong and resilient and do not have fear when they go up against oppressors. When the warrior is in balance, they can be very inflammatory and hyper-aggressive. They can push those away that may be of use to them and easily bypass things that are good for them. They don't understand the concept of pick your battles and react with equal intensity no matter how big or small the issue is. So you need to ask yourself at this time, are you being overly emotional and reactive? Remember, we were telling you earlier, you need to kind of like tamper that. You need to control it. So this to me is telling me that the light workers, the warriors, are going to be called to action very soon. And it's time to wield it and wield it responsibly and properly. So, are you guys getting ready? I feel it. I don't know about you, but I feel it. So, find that inner warrior within you, that masculine energy, and learn how to wield it properly, okay? So, for your soul's journey lesson cards, pride came up for you guys. I love myself, and I see myself in everyone. Very interesting. Pride, yellow, solar plexus. So that's like you're having too much solar plexus energy. Remember, pride cometh before the fall. Very interesting. I don't know how to feel about this card. I've never seen this card before. You need to take time to honor and acknowledge who you are and what your soul has accomplished with your life thus far. It's a check-in point. You should look at your past soul choices and be mindful of how through your positive actions, compassion, and understanding, you have made a better life for yourself and others. How have you changed the world in some little ways? How have you shared insights with others? Reflect on what you've mastered. Okay, this is definitely a check-in point, especially with the new stuff coming. They want you, because you're going to be entering a new stage in your awakening. This is a really good time to reflect on how far you've come so far. Yeah. How far you've come and what you've done and all the good that you've done and how you can incorporate that in the future and do more good. You should never underappreciate or underestimate yourself or your accomplishments. Now is the time for you to remember how brave you have been throughout your journey and celebration is required. Remember, give yourself a round of applause, give yourself a pat on the back, go out for a celebratory dinner, celebrate the little goals and the small wins, okay? You deserve it. Humans tend to spend too much of their energy and time on negative emotions or what they have not done. Ain't that the truth? This card signifies that you should take rightful ownership of who you are and how you have shared your unique light with the world. It may also be a perfect time for you to look around and acknowledge those other souls who have also accomplished many great things and who need to be reminded of them. So by you lighting up, you are going to be spreading that light to other people. You're going to be catching their attention, be like, oh my God, what is she? Oh my God. And then you're going to inspire them to do the same thing. Okay. So this is pride in a good way. Take pride in yourself. Take pride in your work and how far you've come. Very cool. I thought this was like bad pride. This is good pride. Okay. Be proud of yourself. Next, we have archetype cards. So archetype are basically like roles that we play. And what came up was monk or nun for you guys. And there's a light attribute to each archetype and a shadow attribute. So that's up to you to figure out which one you're in. I don't feel like you guys are in the negative one though. So in the light attribute, this is talking about selfless devotion and single-minded dedication to spirit. In the shadow attribute, this is talking about negative judgment of the physical world and excess piety. Very interesting, especially with this new stage and this new awakening happening, like globally. I feel like a lot more of us are going to be going into a contemplative praying state. So let's see what it says in the book. This is about possessing spiritual intensity, devotion, dedication, persistence, or wisdom. It's being able to be single-minded or devoted to a spiritual path or to any work that requires intense focus, including art and business. Being celibate conserves vital energy for work and or spiritual practice. So maybe some of you need to be celibate for a little bit. Maybe you're sleeping around too much with people and you're leaking your energy. Shadow monk or nun is removed from the real world. They're overly pious or self-absorbed. I don't feel like you guys are self-absorbed though. So, determine whether you have a serious life pattern of removing yourself from the world and personal relationships to focus intently on spiritual practices or work. So, this is telling me at this time, some of you do need to remove yourself from the real world and kind of go on your own journey and be alone at this time. So yeah, if you feel called to do that, okay? I feel like a lot of this is just saying, just in your own way, find a way to dedicate time to spirit, whether that's meditating or praying or whatever feels right to you. I feel like that's what that's speaking to. Next, we have our angel number. We have 1010. Faith. Have faith, you guys. Have faith that everything is going to turn out just fine, okay? Good stuff. Good stuff is coming. So 1010, support is always there for you from your loved ones and from the very universe itself. When you feel overwhelmed or mired in negativity, this number may make its way to you. Let this gentle reminder sink in. You have the tools you need to see it through. Everything you need is within you. Your comfort zone will always be there when you need it, but you should step outside it more often. This has been coming up all month, you guys. You need to get yourself out of your comfort zone. Growth requires movement and bravery. Remember, you are safe and supported, so don't be afraid. Have faith. Take that leap, okay? Be the fool into the tarot where he's not afraid to jump off the cliff. So this is about overcoming fears and trying new things, which is what I said earlier. You guys got to get out there and do new things. Confidence, bravery, and trust. Reminder of your ability to keep going and stepping outside your comfort zone. Your affirmation for this card is, I choose courage over fear and peace over perfection. Yes, a lot of you are perfectionists. I know I am too. Okay, it's okay. It doesn't have to be perfect. Have faith. Get it out there. I love this, guys. I love this for you guys. So good. So good. Next, we have Raise Your Vibration Oracle card. I am supported on my path. And we have a dragonfly. Okay? Really good messengers from Spirit. I've never seen this card before. You guys are totally supported at this time. That's why Spirit's like, don't be afraid. Just friggin' go for the gusto. The road you are on may feel like the road less traveled. It is the road less traveled, but that's okay. That's not a bad thing. But this journey is going to be highly beneficial for your personal and spiritual growth. Within this card, you're being encouraged to see how far you've come, what you have healed, and what you have overcome. Once again, it's a really great time to stop, pause, reflect on how far you've come so that when you go on your next step of your journey, you're like in a good headspace and you're not doubting. The universe is also encouraging you to keep things simple. Remember, kiss, kiss. I say kiss, kiss. Keep it simple, silly. Instead of stupid, because you're not stupid. If things become heavy or challenging, ask yourself what you can do to lighten your load. What can you let go? What can you do that will allow you to walk your path in a lighter, more fulfilled and focused way? Maybe you need to ask for help. Maybe you need to delegate more. Your path may feel like a lonely road, but the truth is you are infinitely connected. And it is the path you have chosen. It is important for you to fully own that. Through accepting who you are and what you're here to do, you will create an energy that will allow others to accept you and support you. You don't need external validation, but you do deserve to feel respected, supported, and encouraged. So let that happen. And your affirmation for this card is, I trust in my ever unfolding path. Okay, people are there to help you. Let them help you. Ask for help, ask for guidance. People are watching and waiting to see what you do, but don't take it in a bad way. They're doing it in a good way because they're excited to see what you have to offer them and offer the world. This is good stuff, you guys. I hope you're getting yourself out there. This is a perfect time. I said in a reading like a week ago, this is the time to take that leap of faith, because this opportunity isn't going to come for another couple years. So take it while you can. Next, we have the Audacity deck card. And we have the High Priestess. We saw this last month too. This is not the same High Priestess that is in the tarot, even though it looks very similar. So the High Priestess, the amazing High Priestess, luxuriating in a clawfoot tub, enjoying her nighttime ritual, is the ultimate symbol for self-care. Remember, self-care is coming up again. You guys need to find that quiet time in self-care. She's also in a bath where we talked about water therapy of some sort. Maybe you guys need to take a bath or a magical bath. Your message, are you getting lost in the weeds? Literally and figuratively. What lights you up? Because it is time to focus on what gives you a high and tune out the rest. This card is here to remind you to nurture what brings you joy and let go of the rest. This is your time to fine-tune your goals and rekindle your passions. Remember, it's time to check in, pivot if you need to, rekindle that passion so that you can move forward. Very nice. Very nice. She looks so comfortable. I want to be in a nice tub like that. All right, next we have your angel guide card, and you have transformation. Very yellow, so that's your confidence, your solar plexus, all that good stuff. And then we have purple around it, so that is telling me these spiritual energies and upgrades are coming in so that you can live fully in your truth and be confident about it. Transformation, there's lots of transformation going on right now. That's why you feel exhausted. You are ready to move beyond energies or situations that are no longer helpful to you and to make space in your life for something more purposeful. That goes back to the 10 of Swords, okay? All this shit, all the bad shit is leaving your life so that you can transform and become a higher version of yourself. You may feel a need for clearing out at this time, not just physically, but mentally and spiritually too. As you remove the clutter and debris from your world, you welcome in the energy of transformation. Like a butterfly emerging from its cocoon, you are ready to move beyond the previous limitations of your life. You are moving away from stagnancy or the feeling of being held back, and are taking the heavy energies of your life and making them light, so that you can fully embrace who you were born to be. This is the next level in your spiritual awakening. Okay? You're ready to be more of who you came here to be. When this card appears, angels are acknowledging the emotional and physical transformations that have taken place in your life. They can see you more clearly now that you have released the old and the fusty, is that a word? Fusty thoughts and situations. There's a feeling of renewal now, and you are moving into a space where you are more comfortable than ever with who you are. You have a spark of splendor burning in the depths of your being, and this spark is creating positive and loving experiences for you now. It is time to enjoy the benefits of the commitment to your growth. I like that. Growing is so hard sometimes. It's okay to enjoy the benefits of it once things have settled down, okay? So enjoy it, bask in it, and be proud of who you've become. Be proud. Spread your arms out wide and say, yes, this is me. You either accept me or you don't, but I accept myself, and that is all that matters at the end of the day. So I like that for you guys. That's really good. All right, last couple cards are just little tiny messages and affirmations, okay? So we have stop looking outside yourself for the answers. You already know them. Remember, everything that you need is within you. The answers, the solutions, everything. That's why this month you really need to go within to get those answers. Okay, and to get the guidance that you need. Remember, your guides all around you, your ancestors, angels, they're around you. You need to ground deep and then tap in, and they're going to be there to help you, like immediately. Next, we have choice. I know exactly what this is talking about too. You're being asked to make a choice that you've been struggling with. It is time to decide which path you are going to take. Listen to your intuition. Eliminate everyone else's input and feel your way into the choice that is right for you. The time is now. And we have choice with the signposts. This goes back to the reading that I did for June. There's something astrologically speaking coming up in the next week and a half where something's going on with the North and South Node. You're being asked, are you going to take the old path and keep doing the same old bullshit and not be happy? Are you going to be growing and getting out of your comfort zone and taking the new path and doing what you came here to do? It is your choice. It is your free will choice. But up to this point in your life and all the work you've done and all the shit you've gone through, why would you puss out at the last minute and be like, oh, I'm going to go with the old because I'm scared? Don't be scared. It's time to release it and make, I mean, once again, you have that free will choice, but come on, you can do it. You can do it. Make the good choice, you guys. All right, next. This is badass affirmations. Contrary to popular belief, I know exactly what I'm doing. So people who are doubting you, don't listen to them. Don't listen to the naysayers. You have that inner compass within you. You know exactly where you need to go. And you just need to do it, okay? You know exactly what you're doing. Even if you don't feel like you do, you do. Your soul knows exactly what you're doing. Your higher self knows exactly what you're doing at this time, okay? Have belief and have faith in yourself. That keeps coming up. Belief and faith. And last, but certainly not least, get over yourself. Pull your shit together. Help people. Give back. Do good shit for humanity. That's what's coming up, okay? Those of you who, with great power comes great responsibility, those of you who are in power and you have that responsibility, it is time to help people and give back. That's why it's time for you to step into your power and to do what you came here to do. You're here to help in some way, shape, or form, whether that's helping Mother Earth, helping trees and plants, helping animals, helping people, whatever. You're here to help in some way, shape, or form, okay? It is time to do that because humanity is going to need it coming up, you guys. So get over your bullshit, get over your personal shit, pull yourself together so that you can be the highest possible version of yourself so that you can show up for others because it's time. We are going to be needing you in the next coming months, okay? We all need to stick together. We all need to help each other out. And those of us who have done the work are going to be the front runners. Okay, it's not going to be the people struggling and going through and who haven't even gone through a spiritual awakening. Okay, it's going to be us. But it's good, you guys. It's really exciting. Good stuff is coming. Like I said earlier in the month, it's kind of all coming to a culmination. We're kind of in the middle. We're almost in the middle of the month now. So all this stuff is coming up for a reason. But yeah, lots of good stuff coming your way. Please don't be scared. Please don't be nervous. Remember to ground as much as you possibly can in whatever way, shape, or form works for you. If bad things are kind of happening right now or things are falling apart, remember, it's because the foundation was not strong. It was meant to fall apart so that we can rebuild. It's happening in your personal life right now because in another month or two, it's going to be happening collectively. So let it happen in your personal life first. Get it together. So then when it happens collectively, it's not as big a deal. And we can just pull together and help each other out. So I hope you guys enjoyed this healing and reading. I hope it was very helpful for you. I really hope that this helps to integrate all these high vibe energies coming in at this time. Take it easy. Take it slow. Relax. Try to enjoy life, look for the signs, but remember, don't stop doing the work. Don't stop moving, okay? Good stuff is coming, you guys. I love you all so much. I am sending you all peace, love, light, and healing. And until next time, I am Erin with Energy with Erin. I will be doing a reading on the new moon this coming Sunday. It's a new moon in Gemini. So that's going to be my next video coming out. But until then, I hope you guys have a lovely weekend and I will see you all later. Bye. Good luck.